My in-laws are obsessed with me. Episode 87. The major clients of my business are nobles and priests. A lot of my products are used for religious purposes. Candles. Scented oils. There's a lot of raw oil left because we stopped making it midway. Relics. The relic was shaped after the god staff. And the relic took many forms, as the Bible had many different depictions of the staff. And with a master artisan's touch, the relic looked quite splendid. So I thought it would sell rather well. A part of the profit from my business would be donated through the church. I thought more nobles would invest as this business would create more jobs and promote their family names. But I was wrong. They were uninterested. So this is where I am now.
I was doubtful at first, but I realized that it was quite useful after using it several times. This holds well in place, much better than a spear or nail because it can be screwed tightly into the glacier. If we hold up a sign with this, it won't break even when there's a blizzard.
The moment I saw it, I thought it would be fine to use it that way.
But still, that is supposed to be a relic. It's not officially a relic because I haven't registered it as a product for the church, but they even took the application form for its registration, so I thought the Grand Duke submitted it. But I guess he didn't.
This will help minimize the damage. It's like the god is protecting us, quite literally. The same accidents occur during winter every year, which results in dozens of deaths and missing cases. With the guard stationed here, the damage has been reduced. But accidents still happen every year, and holding up a sign is no use when the weather is bad. And it's not like someone can keep watching this vast land.
And what do you mean by cracks?
There are deep cracks formed in the glaciers. They're usually seen in the valleys of the snow mountain, and people may easily fall into them because they're hard to spot under the snow. Is it impossible to get out of the cracks once you fall? We don't know how far the cracks stretch down, but in the recent accident, a sled got stuck in the cracks, which fortunately saved people's lives. Once you fall, the snow obscures your voice. It's no use shouting out for help, so it's difficult to rescue those who fall unless someone manages to spot them. Once you fall, the snow obscures your voice. It's no use shouting out for help, so it's difficult to rescue those who fall unless someone manages to spot them. We can't prevent natural disasters, of course, but your product will be of great help when there is an accident, Your Grace. Using your product will prevent people from falling deep into the cracks.
We decided to offer them to the residents for the time being, as it can raise their chances of survival in case of accidents.
Yes, and it would work even better if we could refine the design you provided. I don't know which artisan designed this, but I'm certain this person is a master. Making use of the smelting technology written here will be helpful to foster skilled craftsmen. Once we open an iron mine in the Grand Dukedom, the craftsmen can start working on them right away.
My concern was addressed in the end. I should be happy. But to be honest, I have mixed feelings about this. I did sign this contract of marriage expecting support, but I'm only receiving help. I'm nothing compared to the Grand Duke. There's nothing I resolved on my own. I wanted to make this business a success on my own. But this.
Only the faint-hearted follow after illusions. And that's what your father did. The countdown grew poorer because he was only focused on helping others, neglecting those around him.
You're still awake? I'm having trouble sleeping as well. Why don't you come and keep me company?
Why chess, all of a sudden? Playing chess in silence for 10 minutes. But why does it feel like I'm winning? I couldn't afford to win before, no matter what I did. Perhaps he's. You're deliberately losing because I told you I'd tell you my story if I defeated you in chess, aren't you?
That's not true.
He is losing deliberately.
Are you upset that I used your products for a different purpose?
No. It did take me by surprise, but I'm glad it was put to a good use. We didn't even report it as a relic yet anyways. It seems like you're good at everything. You're good at running things at the Grand Dukedom. And you achieved a great feat in war. Everyone looks up to you.
Well, I don't know about that.
My mother. I have no recollection of her because she passed away when I was very little. But I was told she loved her work. So my father said he'd continue doing the work she used to love. I guess that was his way of remembering my mother. So my father said he'd continue doing the work she used to love. I guess that was his way of remembering my mother. I also wanted to do that. But whatever I do goes south. And things would have been even worse without your help. Look at me. Why am I even saying all this? I'm sorry.
The current system and plans for the Grand Dukedom was designed by my brother and sister. And I only executed them based on their ideas. If you thought I was good at my job, it's only because I did as they had planned. So that makes me someone who receives far more help. I guess you believe you have failed. But I did need your products, although the purpose was changed. It isn't wrong. It's just being used for a different purpose. I thought I was greatly indebted to you. So I hope you believe that we are mutually helping each other. You do what I can't do well, and vice versa. If we keep it that way, we may find a better direction. Oops.
Since you're trying to end the game, I guess you're done listening to my story.
No, it was a mistake.
So you were going easy on me.
That's not true. Does it feel cold in here?
Sorry. Oh, I guess it is rather cold.
I should have lit the fireplace. Please give me a moment.
I've had a lot on my mind for quite some time. I should have made some results for my business before going back to the countdown when the contract ended. But my husband, the Grand Duke, ended up covering up for my failure. So I thought whether I should close my business and focus on maintaining my title as a countess. I thought he took care of it because we were a couple bound by the marriage contract. That product was nothing more than an ornament if it was not used as a relic. Everyone thought it only took up space. But this man. It felt as if he was telling me otherwise. I wish I could repay him as much as I received from him. I wonder what I can do for him, though.
You've been cooperating with us well already, but I'm glad you are willing to offer more help with our curse. I wonder what caused a change in your heart.
It's nothing like that, rather. There's something I recently went through, you know.
Oh yes, I figured I should address it. Please this way.
The structure looks rather peculiar. Is this a study too?
The heads of the household used to stay in this room, although it's no longer in use.
There's a bed right over there. So the Grand Duke wasn't using the chamber for the head of the household.
There was one head of the household who was obsessed about collecting books on curses and spells. I'm sure this place will be of help. And there's nothing particularly wrong with your body, but your body has grown weaker than before. At first, I thought you were born frail, but I don't think that's the only reason. Past records tell me that every time you die, you awaken later than the previous one. The more you die from our poison, the harder it gets for your body to endure the curse. Although this is just my hypothesis, but still, you need to be careful from now on. I mean, I hope to continue seeing you.
All right.
And about Princess Didolia. Even if she was trying to kill you, did she have to use our family's blood? Even if she knew it's poison, something's off. There's no way she could have her hands on the blood, unless it was Jin who was selling it. And even if she knew how to store the blood, it would have been difficult to keep it fresh for more than 6 months. I don't know what method she used, but she must have used the blood she worked so hard to store on you. To test something out with a particular purpose.
Since I traveled back in time, perhaps she wanted to see if the curse worked on me.
Yes, just like how I tried to find those who traveled back in time among servants working for our cousins. And there's something else that looks suspicious. Please take a look at this. This is a foot accessory we found from the princess's servant. It raises suspicion as it's obviously a shackle. But there's this pattern at the lock. You've seen it before, have you not?
This is. I received a letter with this pattern on it.
The Grand Duke's knights searched the princess's room after the hunting contest, and they found these pieces of paper under the bed. So it's certain the princess gave that accessory to the servant too.
Does that pattern have some sort of effect?
I received these not long ago, so I can't say for sure, but they say the shackle never came off until the servant died. I wore it myself as well, but I was unable to unlock it whatever I did.
Pardon?
The pattern is indeed complex, but since it's the type that locks by pressing on it, it should be undone when force is applied. But nothing worked. I even asked the knights for help. It didn't unlock even when Thirdio gave it a try.
So are you still wearing it right now? Are you sure it's all right? We still don't know what that is.
The experiment was necessary. We don't have much time, after all. Perhaps we'll learn more about it as we keep watching. And we were looking into the curse, but I can't read every single book in here alone. With your hand, things will be much easier.
I couldn't find anything in the end.
There are too many books here, you see. I'd appreciate it if you could come by tomorrow as well. It's rather inconvenient since it's forbidden to take out the books related to the curse. But please worry not. One of our cousins will be coming to give a hand.
I'm fine. Phineas. Hope nothing bad happens to him. Just why did she make something like that? What was she thinking? If it held some kind of spell. Or was she obsessed with the Grand Duke because of the curse? Life must be hard for him already because of the curse. Why would she torment him with his weakness while asking for his hand? You've been looking tired lately. Is it because of that shackle?
No. I've long been like this, even before coming here. Have you ever spent the entire day with a child for months, Your Grace?
I'm afraid not.
Parashady.
The Grand Duke.
Theo.
What is happening right now?
Oh.